Hey guys, it's Bianca Sophia. So this video is going to be all over the place. I'm just giving you a warning now, because I'm all over the place right now. And I have a feeling the collective is all over the place right now. It's like, and I hate when we go through periods like this where we feel like we've been thrown down, like a whole level or something. We feel like we're a stalemate, like we're stuck. And I feel like I'm stuck right now. I feel stuck. And everywhere you look, it's like everyone's getting triggered, including myself. I'm not, judging. I'm saying I'm as well being triggered very easily. I just find it so interesting. So I wasn't surprised to see that we are in Mercury Retrograde. So, it makes sense. It makes sense. And I was warned about this, that, these Mercury retrogrades are going to be rough, because it gives us that second chance to go back to stuff we missed and heal it, transmute it, right? I did a reading on the Human Collective and got a Tower card came up. Every reading I did my own personal reading and the Tower card came up. I did readings, on others and the Tower card came up. So this is a collective Tower, basically. So if you're feeling, you don't know where you are, you don't know who you are, it's okay. We're all in the same boat. But see, this time around, and usually most of the time, I will sit in these feelings. I will look at, why am I feeling this way? I'm not going to run from it. And I notice a lot of people are running from it, and I just don't understand. But you know what? I've been there. I've been in that same position where I was all light all the time. And that just doesn't work at all. You're avoiding what you need to heal. So that doesn't work, and it gets nasty, if you keep doing that. I was told in not so many words that I'm negative. I'm too negative. And I've said this before, if you want all rainbows and unicorns, that's not what we're here to do. We're not here to avoid our dark side. Like I said before, we need to face our darkness. This is what we're here to do. We're here. Sorry about that. Another interruption. We are here to balance ourselves. That's what we came here to do. Not just balance ourselves, but help in balancing the planet. So it's not about being all light. I've mentioned this numerous times. This happened on Lyra. This happened on Terra. We were avoiding our dark side. And so our dark side manifested into something not nice. And it came and destroyed us. Do you see what happens when we avoid our dark side? So we cannot do this anymore. There's nothing else. This planet, we cannot be destroyed. It will be like the fall, and then we will never be able to get out. So and that is not allowed to happen. So we are being forced to balance ourselves. And we can't balance our divine feminine and divine masculine until we are balanced in regards to our authentic organic light side and our authentic organic dark side. That has to happen first before we really completely balance our divine feminine and divine masculine energies. I mean, they're happening at the same time, but we do have to balance ourselves first before we are balanced. Before that, twin flame soulmate connection can happen. That has to happen first. Another thing I wanted to bring up was that, yes, we have physical pain because of our ascension, right? Because we are going from carbon-based to the crystalline form, right? But what also is happening is those of us that don't want to balance our dark side, that will manifest as physical pain. So we are all going through physical pain right now. I'm sure you are. I know I am. And it's I can feel this pain, and it's I'm feeling it differently. I can feel the pain in my body and how it's connected to something outside of myself, if that makes sense, or an experience in another life or what have you. It's very interesting. When I asked the angels about this, the Divine Mother Collective and then the Divine Father Collective, they basically tell me that we are being forced to go into hermit mode right now. Which means, going within, shutting off all distractions, getting off social media, getting off Netflix, stop the distractions and go within. Because there is stuff that needs to be healed right now, especially, and of course, like I said, it's Mercury Retrograde right now. So we're going to be forced during this Mercury Retrograde to get these last bits, if that makes sense. I hope I'm making sense. Now, this also brings me to my next point, which is what's happening right now, even though it might feel like crappy, it's actually something really going on, like really good going on in the background. As of right now, if we get through what we need to get through in regards to integration and healing and all that, the solar flash will happen this year. So, that would be really great. If we don't get it done as a human collective, it's going to throw it off again. I was told, and this was going to be in that Intel video, and I'm going to go ahead and share it now, that the latest the solar flash is going to happen is in 2026. It all depends on us and how we go on. Because remember, we create our reality, right? So we have to get to that timeline where the solar flash happens. I'm going to go ahead and look at the Intel information that I have. And I'm going to go ahead and get into some of the stuff that I know I'm allowed to go ahead and say and that I got confirmation. I'm going to go ahead and just put it on here. I might have to use code words, but I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. I have to go about this so this video stays up. And I have to stay away from the questions and answers that I'm apparently not allowed to touch right now. I will in time, but not yet. So in regards to the number 17, I asked about if is that real? Is that real? Yes, it's real. 100% it's real. I asked if that particular number was a group, and I got a yes. I asked if that particular group was made of benevolent energies and humans, and got a yes. I asked if it had a leader, and it said yes. I asked if that leader is Seraphim Michael, and got a yes. I asked if the whole hierarchy of angels was a part of this group, and got a yes. And then I said, I'm assuming all the different ET races are a part of this group, right? And then as well as the humans that are here, that are starseeds and light workers, and got a yes. So I asked, this is a group of angelics, galactics, and humans that are starseeds and light workers, and got a yes. I asked if the truth about everything is going to come out in 2023 as of right now, and got a no. But that this is always changing. Remember, nothing is set in stone. We create our reality. So that's why the answers were changing in regard to this one. I kept asking, the answers kept changing, and this is why. Because we create our reality. So it makes sense. I asked, will disclosure at least begin this year? And I mean real disclosure, and got a yes. I asked about if John, if he was alive, and got a yes. I asked if John is 107, and got a yes. Now, I got into a lot of questions about him and his father and all that, and I'm getting a no. I'm not allowed to talk about that right now, so that's part of the ones that I'm not allowed to talk about. I asked if Trumpet is part of that group, and got a yes. I asked if Trumpet was a light worker and a starseed, and got a yes. Is Trumpet a part of the angelic bloodlines at the top there, and got a yes. Most of this stuff I already knew, but I wanted confirmation. I'm sure you guys did. So all of these questions I already knew the answers to. I asked if all illuminated naughty family members are put through trauma-based mind control, and got a yes, which I already knew. I asked if Trumpet was going to be president again, and got a yes. I asked, when celebrities reach a certain level, are they given the option to sell their souls? And I got a yes. I asked, when celebrities reach a certain level, are they required to make a sacrifice? And I'm speaking of the red sacrifices, and I got a yes. I asked if the sacrifice involved giving the okay to have a person they truly love murdered, and got a yes. I asked if Trumpet was put through this trauma-based mind control, and got a yes. I asked if he broke through his programming, and got a yes. And apparently this happened a long time ago. I asked if the White Hats ever use clones, and got a no. But then I heard that the people that are a part of this group, the White Hats, or you know what group I'm speaking of, the humans that are here, that we have clones that we're using, but we're deciding to use them like ourselves. Like they're under our, like we are in charge of them. But it's not like a group decision. That's a personal decision, and it's something that has to do with your contracts, which is, it's very complex apparently. That's one of the subjects that I, got pushed away from. There's like, over 35 questions here that I'm not even allowed to mention. And I understand why. Did the hierarchy of angels infiltrate the dark? Yes. Did they do this by becoming dark? Yes. Is there a faction of the SSP that's ran by the hierarchy of angels, and got a yes? And I've been telling you guys this stuff, so I wasn't surprised with these answers. Have these timeline wars been going on for millions of years? Yes. In regards to the black cobras, that came to me, were these beings reptilian? Yes. I asked if I was activated by that white truck that came here. Remember that had the black cobra on the side of the truck, and then it changed to black operations. Remember that? So yes, that was my activation to start that work. So apparently what I was doing was changing the genetics of these reptilians for the Christ consciousness. Like if you heard the session with Ivan, we spoke about that. I asked, did these reptilians have any angelic genetics before I transformed them, and got a no. And then I asked, what about at the soul level? Did these black cobras have angelic souls, and got a yes. So I find that really cool. So the angels would go in the past, they incarnated as these reptilians. Remember, their genetics are just strictly reptilian. Then they have a soul come in that has, this angelic soul. And then, so that way they would be able to easily be transformed and transmuted into the Christ consciousness, the angelic genetics. It's very cool. So I asked, so the angelics incarnated into bloodlines that needed transformation, and got a yes. I asked, is the Christ consciousness, is that the angelic consciousness? That's the angelic genetics, and got a yes. I asked if the reptilians were put through trauma-based mind control, or put through, trauma like humans, and got a yes. And I asked if we had to point the finger at anyone else besides ourselves, because it is our fault. If we had to point the finger at anyone else besides ourselves for this mess, would that finger be pointed at the archons? And I got a yes. I asked, has everyone in the universe been affected by the archons? And got a yes. Are the archons authentic and organic at all? And I got a no. I asked if the archons are AI, and got a yes. I asked, is the majority of humanity infested with AI? And got a yes, big time. I asked if the reptilians are infested with AI, and got a yes, big time as well. Now this was another question that changed answers when I asked about the final split, the ascension. I asked if it was happening in 2023, and got a no. Then I got a yes, and then I got a no, and then I got a yes. It switches all the time depending upon what's going on. So that will keep changing. I asked if the solar flash is real, and got a yes. And I asked again, I said, is the solar flash really coming? Is it really going to happen? I got a yes. And like I told you guys, I got the latest it's going to happen is 2026, but it can happen any time before that, all depending upon us. And I also find it interesting that the year 2026 equals 10. And 10 equals the end of a cycle. It also equals... Oh, that was my father just driving by. Hi, Dad. 10 is completion. 1 is a new beginning. So, 10, you do 1 plus 0, which is 1, which equals a new beginning. So 2026 makes perfect sense. But like I said, this is not set in stone and can change depending on the human collective consciousness. The future is always changing. I'm going to stop it right there. I'm working on, like I said, I'm working on many videos, and they are going to come out. I love you guys. Shields up, swords up. Let's get it.